Hi guys, this video is for the new players. First of all, welcome to this game and thank you for subscribing to my channel. I always have new players in mind when I make my video because a lot of you may be new to this game and need some help here and there to just get going, enjoy the game. So recently, I've got quite a lot of YouTube comments asking me how do you feed more powers than on the hotbar. Is it possible to bind it some different way? Is it possible to play this game without too much keyboard interaction while just like coming from the console world? And I totally get you, because guess what? I have a little secret. I play this game with very little keyboard manipulation or interaction. So yeah. So I thought I'm going to make this video for you guys. Now, some of you may have played other action role-playing game, ARPG like Diablo 3, whereby the hotbar, whatever bar the below, what you call it, is very much like fixed, meaning that you feed a number of power inside, and you work with what you have. And Diablo 3 has a very intelligent way to augment each power with the rune, so that it's as though there's a lot of combination there. Although there's only a few slots, but you can do a lot more. So that's Diablo 3, but Marvel Heroes, although coming from a Diablo background, doesn't really work like Diablo 3, or like maybe Guild War 2, for instance. I played Guild War 2 a lot in the past, and there's some stance dancing with the function key 1, 2, 3, 4, but by and large you don't need to really dance a lot if you play an elementalist or whatever weapon that you change. So this game is unique. This game has a lot of power that spill over onto this available slot that you have from A, S, D, F, G, H, and you need probably a lot more for some of the heroes. And right now there's no macro yet. I heard there may be something cooking in the background. But those of you from World of Warcraft generation probably would relate to the fact that sometimes some power just nice to combine them. For example, like Star-Lord signature. So after signature, why not just do an uplink and see whether that is possible or not, so that we can do a back-to-back signature without having to put uplink the power into another slot somewhere that you cannot fit, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of rooms for improvement in this game from the user interface perspective, from my point of view. But let's just work with what we can first. All right. So this game provides you with a very standard left and right button, and you have A, S, D, F, G, H there. So the first thing, probably not that obvious, is the left button, whereby it automatically closes the range where it is supposed to be. So for instance, if I click here, just click here, the hero actually move into range and start hitting it. So same for range power as well. So whatever you bind to left and right button, they will make sure you hit it. So for example, if you play some hero whereby you have to mix the range and melee, for example, then usually you have to map one is range here, melee to the other side, so that it will always close the distance. And another tips to share is that some of the hero like Moonlight or whatever, his melees, the main span are actually quite wide, but then his signature, I think, is actually quite short. So you always hit air because you may think that you are hitting targets, but because you're a bit further, so when you do a signature, it's sort of like you don't really get close enough, and you sort of hitting air. So usually I will pick another power that is either of a shorter range and or map the signature into another key. So just remember, left and right button will close your distance when you just click onto it. Work for range as well. It makes sure that you always be in target. So just remember that. A, S, D, F, G, H. Some people say, I don't like A, S, D, F, G, H. So you could actually come to a game option here and to change the key binding. So if you don't like this one, you can change to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if that's your cup of tea. But then by doing so, you probably have to remap some other thing that they have in mind for you. So now this is called ability set. So like for instance, for Iron Man, I managed to fit everything into one single hotbar. It's beautiful. Even the flying skill, which is on the F, all right. Even the flying skill, even the crowd control breaker, which is very important because some of you may feel that it's very hard to access this power because by the time you fill up all this hotbar, you run out of space. Where do you put the the crowd control breaker now? Crowd control breaker is very useful. For instance, if you get smashed by Dr. Doom during the Doom fight, you will get stunned for 1 or 2 seconds, so you can get out from it. Or when you gel by Magneto during those cosmic patrol, it could be very lethal, together with pyros and Bob that slap onto you, so you have to be able to get out fast. Or even in Venom does a stun as well. So in my opinion, when playing this game, just like other games like World of Warcraft or whatever, crowd control breaker is important. Just need to break from it. And unfortunately for this game, it's a luxury to be able to fit both the traveling power and the crowd control breaker into one single hotbar like Iron Man does. That's why I really like Iron Man, and that's why I refuse to put another power, coolant blast or whatever it is onto him, because I just like to enjoy a hero whereby I just sit back and play. I'll show you how to play without a keyboard later. Alright, so for those who do not like ASDFGH, you could map it in anything. And also, if you realize there's a 1 here, so you can toggle to 1, 2, 3, which is your, this is the first hotbar, second hotbar, third hotbar, or they call it ability sets. Basically, for Iron Man, there's 4 toggles, so I still need to put powers onto the second ability set. So I turn this on. But the good thing about Iron Man is that once I turn it on, I can forget about it. But the bad thing is that sometimes when I haven't played this hero for a long time, which it happens, I just forgot all these toggle and so on. And then I realized that how come my hero is so not up to par, and then realize that I haven't turned on the toggle. So you can press 1, 2, 3, it go into ability set 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is called the ability set or hotbar dancing. So some people can go to hotbar 2, press some button, hotbar 1 again, do something, hotbar 2 something, hotbar 1, hotbar 2, hotbar 1, hotbar 2. So that is called hotbar dancing. I don't do that. What I do, I'll show you what I do. So, like for instance, let me show you a worst case scenario. One of the worst case scenario. All right, where's my Rocket Raccoon? Okay, Rocket Raccoon. So this is one of the worst case scenario. I've got the powers that I want here, but I'm lacking quite a lot of power. So, for example, I need to have a crowd control breaker, which is this one, the crowd control immunity that break out from it. I need this one somewhere visible. I would like to have this one. I don't have the traveling power, but say if I put 1 point in the traveling power, all right. Say if I put 1 point in traveling power, I would like to have a traveling power as well, right? And this one is very important as well, the combat shield, because once your shield down to 0, you need to replenish this one. And more importantly, for Rocket Raccoon, after his tuning, I need something called Gravity Mine, which I can't fit in here anymore. Run out of space. So I need extra 4 space, right? I need Gravity Mine, I need the shield, I need traveling as well. I may or may not. I need a crowd control breaker. How do you do that? You can either put in the hotbar 2, so you have hotbar 2 like this, like this, like this. So whenever you need, so every time you start a fight, you go hotbar 2, Gravity Mine, and then hotbar 1, then lay on your turret and whatnot, right? So it's one of those like hotbar dancing that I talk about, that you need to keep toggling 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't do that. What I do is that I use a function key, very much like Diablo 1 or 2, so I heard, that you could map extra keys, up to 6 of them, onto the right button using a function key. So what you do is that you could actually do a right click. Okay, right click, you see the whole set of buttons here, right? So you can start mapping. So I want F1 to be burrow, for instance, F2 to be the crowd control breaker, and after that F3 to be the F3 to be a Gravity Mine, right? So now what happened is that I could do F1 and then become like this, and then F2 I can break any gel that I have. F3 is Gravity Mine, right? So I can actually do it very fast. So I can do like this, like this, right? So it just come out like this, come out, right? So you always toggle back to F1 because you can be moving around, then like this, then you just throw one out there. So to me that is important. Oh my god, this is like so huge. This is one of the example. One of the if I do a F4, I can do a flying as well, the flight mode. So So that is how you do the hotkey dancing, because those are called hotkey. You can map up to 6 of them, so you can map up to like F1 to F6. So you can do F1, F2, F3, whatnot. So that's how you do it. All right. So I hope that answered the question on how to do the hotbar hotkey dancing. That's what I usually do. All right. So the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how I actually play this game without much keyboard interaction. Now, I'm not endorsing the product here. I don't get any money from them. I'm just sharing what I have, like what gear I use. So what I use is a mouse called Razer mouse. It has 6 buttons on the side. So if it doesn't expand into any power key, actually it's very ideal, because for the 6 button, it's all covered. It's very easy. Once you start using it, you get used to the whole 6 button rotation. So anything that you see the hotbar, I can manage it without a keyboard at all. So how to do hotkey dance in the function 1, function 2, whatnot. I use the buttons on top here, like F1, F2, F3. And to do that, I actually have a macro. So the Razer mouse, by the way, they come with the software to let you map the macro onto this guy. So the kind of like now it's actually, hang on a sec. It's a different game right now. I have to show this one to you. Marvel Heroes. So what it does is that you can map all this macro onto this button here, and I could like record a macro. So a macro can be F2 release, right click release, then F1 back. So very nice. So I can play this game mostly without interacting with the keyboard. But now seeing how the game actually goes, because now you may have a different key for traveling. I heard they may do something with that. So with all this coming along, I may not recommend this mouse. I'm actually thinking of buying this one instead. It has 12 buttons on the side. So look at it, it has 12 buttons on the side. So with this, I'm pretty sure I'm covered for any future enhancement Marvel Hero has on this on all this hotbar and so on. So I hope this short video is helpful for those who been asking about all these questions on how to hotbar dancing, hotkey dancing and whatnot, and as well as how to reconfigure all your key binding, how to play even this game without much interaction with the keyboard. You can. Alright, so yeah, that's all from me. Hope you enjoy this one. Bye.